Hey everybody, it's Davey and Atogi here, again with some more Persona 3. I don't even remember what we did in the last episode. Oh, that's right, yeah, it was a lot about Chidori and yeah. Junpei actually cutting through her stern, locked exterior. And then everybody apparently at school finally getting in the mood of new things to talk about, including this creeper who was deciding to gab on about Aigis' measurements, which I don't think she really cares to keep that information disclosed, but she's not going to find any relevance to it, and that's kind of creepy that even that guy would. You don't need to fucking know her measurements. Dumb shit, stupid ass kid. Perverted little horn dog butt nugget. I think that's why I like spending all my time with Maiko, because she's not at the age where she's just like oogling and being stupid all the time about things she doesn't need to be. She's just having fun until her parents get divorced, and then home life for her sucks, and, you know, that jazz. It's actually pretty mature of Maiko to make that kind of decision with that sort of reasoning. Which, I guess, you know, I really can't say which one was the better, but I do realize when she says this, yeah, that means that I'm not going to be able to see Maiko anymore. She's going to end up having to move. She mentioned that her mom would have to move away. Which is interesting that her dad gets to keep their old housing. And of course, you know, you spend so much time with a little girl and help her with problems. Are you really going to say, no, fuck you, I don't care anymore? Of course, they're going to be like, no, well, we're cool. We're always cool. Dog. Pound it. Yeah. Or you hold your hand up and you're like, high five, and the kid just like pulls back and smacks your hand as hard as they can. And even then, it's not very hard because they're so tiny and their muscles are so small and weak anyway. Hey. Yeah. And it's kind of funnier when it's like a 2 or 3-year-old doing it, and you know, and you tell them, oh no, no hitting, you know, whenever they get mad and start slapping. It's like, no, you don't do that. It's like only good when good things happen, and then it's only the hands, which is probably confusing as hell. Wow, glad to know you're a team player, Shinjiro. And of course, Junpei still being his emo self and all that jazz. Oh well, we'll see what a new day brings. Brings a lot of confusion, which... It's funny how this question is probably the exact opposite of what it was in the original Japanese version of this game. Because it mentions a gesture, and then in America it tells you what it is. Even though these are Japanese students who wouldn't know what it is in America, she'd ask them what it is and they'd have to guess. But because it's been localized into America and we know the American use of it, which, you know, when she first said it, I was like, you mean like wiggling it, like you mean so, or just like bazam kind of thing? No, like the shoo away kind of motion, which apparently is the exact opposite in Japan, which with a random guess, I was like, well, chances are it probably is going to be exact if they're asking this kind of question. And of course we get the useless bonus up. Fantastic. Oh good, we are going to get some more progress with Chidori, which is always good to see.
Yo, Chidorita.
What? Okay, this game came out in 2009, so it was well after Pokemon Silver and Gold, so I don't know if he's actually making like a Chikorita reference, or if he's like a Chiquita banana, or something.
It wasn't necessary.
What a goober.
You said my name. I was worried I'd never hear that again.
It's funny how selfish what he's saying is, but it's still very endearing. Especially now that because it's understandable too, now that he has somebody he can
She finally started talking.
actually
But nothing
relate,
useful
well,
yet.
not necessarily relate to, but something worth fighting
that's a start.
and just existing for. Which is, I suppose, a good thing for him, so.
Why are you here?
You know, it's okay if he takes that kind of, it's something new for him, and what?
Chidori, what's wrong?
I have no idea. Whoa, that's
A
creepy.
persona.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty creepy, yeah. I mean, you look at it, it looks like a fighter, kind of, like a cat. Skin-tight,
Chidori!
fighting
Relax. It happens.
gymnasium skin suit, kind of
They're not
ninja
like us.
red
They can't
lightning.
fully control their personas. That's why
Huh.
they need to take suppressants.
That's
To
interesting.
keep their personas from killing them.
Wait, what? The personas from killing them, which...
Suppressants.
Why would the
You know
personas
about
even...
Strega?
So...
You'd be surprised what you can learn on the streets.
Wow, that was a really,
doc the right
really
pills.
convenient time for you
The
to show
rest is
up,
up to you.
Shinjiro. If you had not been there when
Shinji,
she started
wait.
choking from her own... I'm assuming that was Medea. Which is kind of funny because it doesn't look like a healer type of persona. I almost said Pokemon. It's... Wow,
Thank God. I thought you might be.
Wow.
Why do you look so scared? Death is nothing to be afraid of.
I'm gonna see more of Medea because I really want to
What are you
analyze that
saying?
thing because it doesn't look like it's a healer type at all.
Dying just means you don't wake up anymore. That's all.
Well,
What?
mm,
You don't really mean that, do you?
I guess for having to live a good portion of her
I don't
life,
want you to
just
die,
worried
Chidori.
that, like worrying about her persona, just
Junpei,
deciding to up and kill her, I guess you kind of end up having to take that kind of
Just
stance
because you're
about
not
life.
afraid doesn't mean no one else is. Did you ever think about how I might feel?
And again, Junpei's being selfish, but he's making the absolute most sense as to why anybody would have that kind of argument. Because that is kind of depressing having that kind of mental stance about death
you're
that
so
Chidori
weird,
has.
Junpei.
Says the girl who has a persona. Not only has a persona, but has a persona
Look
who
who's talking.
tries to kill her. I mean,
Hey, wait! Shinji!
it's,
What the hell's going on?
you feel bad, but you
Why did you have those
can't help
pills?
but laugh. You just chuckle a little.
I've heard about those.
Well, it's
They're
serious
taken
time.
to
There's no
suppress
music.
a persona when the user can't control it. But the side effects...
Yeah.
You're not taking them, are you? Answer me!
Well, I don't think he
don't
is
owe you
anymore.
anything.
He probably was before.
The same as always.
But then again, I don't know what the side effects are.
Save it. I've heard it all before. You think I'm wasting my power, but you're just too thick-headed. I'm tired of your damn preaching.
Whoa!
Don't you get it?
We're actually gonna get like a fight? Can they
You
do
know
actual
the
fight
reason.
scenes and cutscenes?
10 years ago, my sister, the fire. I
Ooh,
wasn't
backstory.
strong enough to save her. They held me back while she...
It must have been Mika that he was talking about? Miko?
That's why I try so hard. We promised, remember? To become strong enough to do what we think is right. So why the drugs? Why didn't you come talk to me?
I wonder if
I'm back
Shinjiro's
in the
had the
fight
same
now.
problem, losing
let it
control of
go.
his persona. And maybe that's why he's had to kind of take this like selfish kind of stance. And why it's developed in such a
And the
way.
Side effects?
Yeah, what are the side effects? Well,
There's something I need to take care of. It's something only I can do.
Lone Ranger.
Like what?
Listen, don't worry about me. Just do what you think is right.
Not that we know what is right. Well. And of course another awkward, emotional being change. That whole serious thing into all of a sudden the funky club jazz track coming in. Yeah, it's always awkward. Even with a bit more time to process things. Maybe you'll understand when you become a real boy, Pinocchio. Ooh, is this Elizabeth? I'm hoping it is. And it is, good. Alright, because it's been like 5 days. Almost an entire week. well, not like I could actually go to Tartarus at all during that 5 days from last Saturday.
Welcome back.
You know, because there was no Mitsuru and no Akihiko, so because they were both missing, we weren't allowed to go at all, so... Like, tonight's finally the day when we can finally go to Tartarus, which... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, because we really could level up some of our guys. We got a majority of our guys who are all at level 34, and all can... They all really should get a push up to like, at least like 36, 37. So that way they can at least be on parity with the stronger guys, Ken and Shinjiro. Yeah, I understand how you feel, Mitsuru. It's a little... It's a lot. I'm so glad that we got Aigus before we got Koromaru, because otherwise Koromaru would probably just be miserable. At least we can communicate with him. You have anything else you want to follow up? Anything specific request there, Koromaru? Or, oh, I didn't realize this until just now. You can actually watch his mouth, like his head actually moves and then mouth opens. Nobody else does that. They turn their heads to you, like Koromaru does, but they never like open their mouths or anything, and you can actually see Koromaru like actually bark at you. A little bit. I thought that was a nice touch. Although nobody else, you never see like anybody else's little mouth flaps move. Hints taken. Gotcha. Oh, Junpei's actually saying something new. Hey, you must be feeling better. And of course, the way that the question that he's gonna ask can be interpreted a couple ways, and I agree that it is kind of weird when somebody says that they want to die, when really Chidori... Well, Chidori didn't say that she wanted to die, she just accepts the fact. But, yeah, even the thought that of saying, you know, without, like, being on your, like, terminal deathbed or anything like that, that is kind of weird. I just don't like life, I want to die. No, it's... Yeah. Whatever. I need to process some thoughts, let's fight.